Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome to our very first lesson from the Workbook of A Course in Miracles. My name is Arlene Garris, and I am so glad that you are here. Be sure to stick around until the very end because we have a special treat for you. And if you enjoyed today's video, please click the like button below and subscribe, because that helps other people to find us on YouTube. Before we start today's lesson, I would just like to talk to you a little bit about some of the language in A Course in Miracles. No, it's not X-rated, but the Course does use Christian terms in very different ways. A Course in Miracles is non-religious. There are no buildings. There are no big organizations. There are no rules. There are no musts. A Course in Miracles is a self-study course. We study it on our own, or if we like, we can study it in groups or be involved with a support program like this to help our understanding. But there are no Course in Miracles police. No one is checking up to see how you are applying these ideas. What A Course in Miracles does is take religious terms such as God, Christ, Holy Spirit, and apply them to help us understand who we are as part of the divine. If you are not comfortable with these terms, please don't let that stop you. I encourage you to continue on through the course day by day and allow these ideas to unfold within you. If you don't care for these terms, feel free to replace them with whatever works for you. Some people use universal mind, wiser self, higher power. There are many different ways to express the loving force that is behind A Course in Miracles. So please translate if I say God, if I say Christ, if I say Holy Spirit, feel free to translate it into terms that work for you. I'm going to read the lesson and then we'll have a little conversation about how I have applied it in my life. Lesson 1. Nothing I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place, means anything. Now look slowly around you and practice applying this idea very specifically to whatever you see. This table does not mean anything. This chair does not mean anything. This hand does not mean anything. This foot does not mean anything. This pen does not mean anything. Then look farther away from your immediate area and apply the idea to a wider range. That door does not mean anything. That body does not mean anything. That lamp doesn't mean anything. That sign does not mean anything. That shadow does not mean anything. Notice that these statements are not arranged in any particular order, and make no allowance for differences of any kind in the kinds of things to which they are applied. That is the purpose of the exercise. The statement should merely be applied to anything you see. As you practice the idea for the day, use it indiscriminately. Do not attempt to apply it to everything you see, for these exercises should not become ritualistic. Only Be sure that nothing you see is excluded. One thing is like another, as far as the application of the idea is concerned. Each of the first 3 lessons should not be done more than twice each day, preferably morning and evening. Nor should they be attempted for more than a minute or so, unless that entails a sense of hurry. A comfortable sense of leisure is essential. I like to close my eyes for a minute, go inside, and ask my higher self, my inner wisdom, the Holy Spirit, to show me what this lesson means. So let's do that now. This lesson, all of the beginning lessons really, are setting us up on a solid foundation of first undoing our old thought system, in which we assign meaning to everything. This began at birth, as our parents taught us names for all the different things that we saw in our world. And with that, they gave us their understanding, their meaning of each of those items. I'm going to take you back to when you were an infant. And what's the first word that we all learn? Mommy, Daddy. Then we learn our names. We learn our brothers and sisters' names. We learn the parts of our body. So let's start there. Let's take a look at our hands. What is the meaning of a hand? Hands are used for holding things. Hands can be used for loving, hugging, picking things up. Hands can also be used to hurt. But these hands, in and of themselves, have no meaning. Now, I know, because I've been through the course many times with new people, these are hard concepts to wrap our minds around. Because, of course, we have hands and they are useful. And hopefully they're only used for loving. But in and of themselves, if someone did not tell us that the name of this is hands, or in a different language, I'm in Mexico right now, the word is mano. But our culture gives us the meaning. In some cultures, they don't sit on chairs. They're able to squat for long periods of time, which I can't do. So if you have been raised in a culture that did not have chairs, that chair would have no meaning to you unless you first saw someone using it to sit on. That's really what this lesson is helping us to see. Because, as I said, this is the foundation. We're going to learn that virtually everything that we encounter, including ideas, places, and things, we assign the meanings to them. They do not have meaning in and of themselves. Today's practice is to spend no more than a minute, 2 times a day, preferably morning and just before going to sleep, and just pondering this idea. Allow it to sink into your mind. Don't worry if you have any resistance to these lessons. That's okay. Pretty much everyone does in the beginning. But if you have an open mind and you're willing to consider that this just might be true, these ideas will absolutely transform your life. Trust me. I promise you. It has worked for millions of people all over the world. And it will work for you too. And now for our special treat. Just so you know,
what all that buzzing is around me and the occasional chirp. We have an intruder on our hummingbird feeder. This guy is gorgeous, but I don't think the hummingbirds like him very much. Isn't he pretty? Oh my gosh.
And there you have it, folks. I'm sitting out here enjoying the hummingbirds while I'm talking to you. And now you can enjoy them too. Have a blessed day, everyone. I love you.